Hello guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to our YouTube channels guys. So this afternoon guys, we will demonstrate how to upload files, multiple files, and how to upload files using ASP.NET Core API, .NET Core 3.1, and we'll also demonstrate how to do it in the client side, which we are using Angular 15. Okay, so if you not subscribed yet to my channel, kindly subscribe and hit the bell button so you will be notified for our upcoming real demonstration that may also help you. Alright, so don't forget to subscribe guys before we continue. Alright? Okay, so as you can see guys here, this is my ASP.NET Core. It's been running, so I will just close it now. So we have a project that is assigned to me, so I already give the deadline for 4 weeks. So just a little overview of the project is something like a request form. So this is the functional requirement, the process flow that is given to me by our business analyst, and the functional requirements is here. So basically, this just allow us to submit new requests, revise, cancel, something like that, a flow, and this is the email notification. So this is almost done, guys. So I will just show you how I was able to create to upload files using Angular and combination. Angular for the front end and for the back end is .NET Core 3.1. So this is our back end code, guys. So as you can see here, I have created API. I mean, yeah, the attachment manager controller. So this is the one. So it's HTTP post. We are going to post files, and then I put also the request number. So if in my database, it will be like this, guys. So I have my request that is for the information about the request, and then there is a request number. I have a separate table for the file input. I mean the attachment that they put. So for request, there will be a link attachment. For example, the attached to files, 5 files like that. So I have a file attachment that the request number is linked to the request table. All right. So there's no data yet from here. I just deleted so I can demo how it works. Okay, so we just minimize our SQL server now. So we are using .NET Core 3.1 API with API, and our ORM or the NT3 framework is NT3 framework core, and then we are using SQL Server as our database. So as you can see here, these are the packages that I NT3 framework. I'm It's here in my domain. So we're also using code first approach. So we define the entities and we create migration to create the actual database, actual table, something like that. So packages here, we are using also Automapper. And by the way, the NT3 framework I'm using is 3.1 because this is .NET Core 3.1. Alright, the Microsoft Entity Framework Core, the SQL Server is 3.1 version. Alright, so this is my upload controller, API controller. So as you can see here, guys, this post async. I I I I should receive a list of files. So this is iForm file. iForm file is coming from this is from ASP.NET. Yeah, this one ASP.NET Core. It's TTP, I guess. So it will have the information about the files that you upload that you receive from the request, right? So and also I put the request number because I will save it to the different database. So if I have no files that are being received, so I have to return the bad request no file uploaded. If the list files variable has a files, then I have to iterate it. First and foremost, I save it in the physical path. So that's why it will save here. And www root folder. So I created the www root folder, and it will save here first. So as you can see, guys, in our SQL server, there is a file path. So that's pointing to that physical path. Okay. So the file attachment table, this is the entity. So I just replace it. This is what I'm talking about the iForm file. That's the item, that file name. You can get it from the file. So after that, this is how we copy to the physical path, and then of course we just save it to database using our unit of work. So we are using generic repository pattern for this also, and a unit of work. So if you want to learn about how to create generic repository pattern and a unit of work, I have a separate video for that. So you can just find, I will put in the link so you can just click it. So hope I cannot remember to put the link for that. Alright, so I will try to run this, guys, so you can see how it works. So if we are just in the API, so this is the one file attachment manager. You can test from the Swagger here. So it will ask you a request number. For example, we have to type this is a string. So for example, like that. And then the list of items that you can attach, just add from here. For example, I add this. I add another item. I add this. And I add another item. I choose this. Okay. And then when we execute it, right? So when we execute it, it's already done. So you can see its response body is 205. So this is the URL upload in the request number. So we can see in our database here that there is already, this is in the stable, right? So you can see also here the path. So when we download the file, we just point to this folder path in our physical file. And there's the file name, and this is the request number that should be linked here from the request table. But because we just tested it from the Swagger, we did not come from the Angular frontend, so there's no request link or data yet. So I just have to delete it, and we'll try the Angular side. Okay. So from our Angular side, this is the one that I'm creating. So this is the first project, guys, that I use Angular 15. So not an expert yet in Angular, but I learned how to do it. There are a lot of resources, and also this one that I'm sharing to you could be also a resources that you can use in your future project. So just sharing, because I also learn from others who are sharing their expertise, guys. So this is a combination of research and development. All right. So first and foremost, I have created a file upload component. So this is the file upload component here. So yeah, the HTML, guys, I just using Bootstrap. So don't worry if you don't know, just a basic of HTML and CSS can do. And then you just grab it from Bootstrap as long as you know the basic of HTML, CSS. Then there's no need to be an expert in that. Okay, so basically I'm using the class card. So additional information, and then this is the uh, input file, is file input. This is of course the file type, and this is change event, select file attachment, and that will be fine in our now passing file input that file. So we have hashtag here file input, that's the one. And then we also make it wider. So to allow you to upload multiple files, you have to include this attribute multiple, right? So this event select attach file. This will just, when you select a file in our TypeScript command, this is the one. when you select a file. This one, select file attachment. So the parameter is file of file list. So this is a list of file. Then selected files, we just initialize this in an empty array. And then if files that link to zero, we just return it. And if it has a file, meaning you selected uploaded files there, so we have to loop it and put that in the selected file variables. We post it the files. So these selected files have now a container, an array of files. So and then this the upload method. When you look up that our file uh, HTML again, this is the upload button. So it's a button, and if the upload button is clicked, we have to call this event in our TypeScript upload files. So it's this is here. Upload files, then we check if the selected files has no files or length equals zero, so we return the error message. Please choose a file to attach at least one file. So that's why we have error message here. This one, NGF error message. Yeah, so NGF uploading, upload files, processing files, just like that. Okay, so here's the upload file. We have constant form data, new form data. So this is where we put our the iForm data, the form element of the uploaded files. And then the selected file, we just for each loop the file. And then that's the form data that append we have in the list of files. So this is the variable that we can accept. I mean this one, the file. This is the variable that we accept in our web API, passing the file itself. Okay. So after that, we can now call the web API endpoint. So this is our web API endpoint here. So yeah, this is the one. So we pass the list file, which is a type of iForm file. So iForm file is coming from the Microsoft USB.NET Core HTTP iForm file, which can have a file name, the type of the file name, the extension like that, and of course the request number. So on our Angular here, so this is the one, and this is the variable that we accepting these files. And then we have to call the post method. The URL, we already defined this in our environment. Then the API attachment in the upload files plus the request number. And then this is the form data that we will go to append. Okay, and then everything here is just something. For example, if it's done uploading, then you have to set your selected files to an empty array. And actually this is outdated, so I think we need to do the latest one for this. Okay, so this is just after I upload the file, so I just navigate to request. That is the main feeds. So guys, I hope you were able to follow. If you have questions, clarification, then don't forget to comment, and we will help how to do it. So this is my yeah, I'm not expert in Angular yet, but because there is a project, so I need to learn, and for you to learn, then you have to get your hands dirty. So there are lots of resources. You can go to the angular.io website, and there are lots of documentation. We just need to read the documentation, right? So when we upload this, guys, we'll just have a demonstration from here. So it's running now. So we just debug here so you can see. And then, yeah, so we will fire our Angular app here. So in jserve, fire up your Angular. It's already there, so we just browse this. Alright guys, so this is the feeds I'm working, and this is also Windows authentication, so I will able to get the Windows login name that is connected to the domain. But myself is not connected in the domain. I am just in my local laptop. But when I deploy this to the server, web server, the domain We have also code for to access the domain. So if you have not, you can find that also in my previous video, how to get the information of the domain user. All right, so the uploading is part of the add request. So we click here the add request. So basically, guys, this is not done yet. So I will just bypass this request information entry, and I will go to the uploading itself. So the way I do it or I design is after I put the lots of requests, I save it, and then it will go to the upload form like that. So this is now the upload form. They can upload the files traditional or not. So if they are not going to upload the files, so the request already saved this one. And if they want to upload the just like an attachment, so they can upload the file, it will be in the file attachment table with the reference of request number, this one. All right, so if we choose file here, so you can choose, if many files, just press the control and select the files that you're going to upload. For example, that one. Oh, I have copied. Okay, so we have 8 files, and then we click the upload buttons. There we go. So we fast here. This is the file 7. So if you can take a look, guys, this is what I call the iForm file, which has all the information of the file itself. So the content disposition, content type, the same as PNG, file name, and of course the length, the name, the header, like that. So and we also pass the request number here. So the request number, guys, is we store it in a local storage. So from here in our, when we add the request, uh, because it's just like a session variable in ASP.NET MVC. So here I just use session storage. So once this one session that set item, the request number, and the request number there that's been created. So like also the user, I use the session storage that get user. So in our uploading these files, we should get this session storage item, and that's the request number that we pass in our uploading. So just like this session storage that get item, so we set in the add adding request, and we get here, so we can get the requested request number, and we pass it here. So attachment upload files, this that request number, and then the form data that we pass store API endpoint. So now if we take a look in our SQL server, you can see now that how it's not uploading yet. That is we upload already. It's not uploading, guys. Oh, it's still in break line here. So but it's already past there, so it's not done here. It's not good. Okay, so I will just take along on that what happened, because it's already in the front end, but the back end is not still doing. So you should have a mechanism to do it. So this is the one. So download the file and then save it to the actual folder, the physical folder, and save it to our database as well. So it will look how many files. So we have, I think, 7 files that we uploaded. So we just look here, and then yeah, we just continue that. Okay, so the backend is not done yet, but the page now is loading here. Okay, so I need to put something like that. But anyway, so this is the request that being uploaded. Now you can edit it, but it's not more functional yet. So I have lots of things to do for this. And what I topic today is all about the uploading of files. So this is the one that we are talking about. So we have the request number. This is the ID, go with ID, and this is office 563366. So this is the access number in our files. So we attach files. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So multiple files. So you can attach multiple files and then it will be linked on that request. This is just your attachment. It's saved in our database and it's also saved in our local host here. This is the physical file. So the file path is saved in the database and then we want to download that file. So we just point it to this physical path, for example, this one. Alright guys, so that is all about how to upload the files from your Angular frontend and then to your uh, .NET Core API endpoint and of course this server. So don't forget to subscribe guys and hit the bell button so you will be notified in our upcoming video. Alright, so there are lots of things that we need to do for this project. And I've been consuming almost 3 weeks for this. So I'm waiting. I need to put an extra effort here. But it's okay because this is my first time to have Angular front end. So it's a learning what's the learning layer, what's learning, yeah, the time that you have to allocate into learning. So and the next project I'll be expert in Angular, so I will not have more time to dig a bit there. So hopefully guys you can have uh, you learn something from this video and happy learning guys. Bye.